The views and opinions expressed on any program are those of the persons appearing on the program and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the New Media Factory. Some programs on this network might include strong images and language and may not be suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
The biggest, most outrageous online show in Philippine history.
20 million fucking downloads.
Interactive in 35 countries. Mo is back with a vengeance in Season 2. Bigger, better, badder.
Let's start off with an international call. Yesterday we took a call from India. Tonight it's Canada.
Nice.
Let's go to Ireland. Where in Ireland are you?
Well, I'm in Dublin.
Some people say that I'm a bad guy. They may be right.
Let's go to Afghanistan. Holy shit, are you fucking really in Afghanistan?
Yeah, man, what's up?
Florida. What's up?
I just found your show today, and I think it's great.
Live from Hollywood and at the Beyond the Box studios in One Rockwell, Makati. It's Good Times with Mo, the podcast, Season 2. The Bigger, Better, Badder podcast. Your questions about love, life, sex are all answered and occasionally made fun of here. And now, the man who loves women and dudes, but not in the same way. The Philippine genius, DJ Mo Twister.
Here we go, podcast time on this Wednesday night, 23rd of January. Welcome to the show. My name is Mo. Phone number, 478-7954 if you want to call us. Get yourself on the show, ask your love life problem, your career problem, sex advice, whatever it may be. This show definitely for you guys. You can also catch us on Skype, The Good Times Podcast, as we kick off another episode here midweek. Hello, Dr. Ken. How are you?
How you doing, Mo? I'm doing great. Long day, but
great.
Very happy.
Yeah, you always got long days, but that's what happens when you're an awesome doctor. We are here to take your questions. Dr. Ken and I will help you out. And our guest tonight, well, Ken, listen, wait. These people that come on the show, these celebrities, right? These the first times you meet them generally? I mean,
absolutely, the first time ever.
Before this, who are your celebrity encounters?
Nobody.
You mean you've never seen a local celebrity, or at least met a local celebrity in your life
Kaya pag
prior to the show?
Ako, uy, si ano yun when we're eating with my family, uy, si ano, ganun. Never.
But never meet them. So now every night, another celebrity comes in, you're like, wow, okay, it's really nice. Oh my God.
Sa loob ko lang. Pero syempre natutuwa ako.
Siya, professional talaga.
Relax lang.
Well, listen, buddy, when it comes to celebrities, well, what is Camille now? About 27 years old, Camille? Is that right?
Yeah,
about 27?
Yes, you got that right. Wow.
Thank you. Well, hey, what are you going to do? Wikipedia. At 27, parang genius, no? At 27, she has about a thick of resume as you're going to find in showbiz. At 27. I mean, you're talking child star that went on to become teen star and then went on to become adult star. Well, adult star kind of sounds like she was in bold movies.
Yeah.
She wasn't. Sorry about that. You get what I mean. What I'm trying to say is that she's a career actress, been in everything, and still only in her mid-20s. We've all had a Camille Prats experience. So please welcome on the show my friend, one of the great actresses in the country, and just about as household of a name as you will find in this business. Camille Prats back on the podcast. Hi, Cam.
Good evening. Hi, Mo. How are you?
I'm great. I am here in Los Angeles, and I know that you stayed here a little bit. So
yeah, I did.
I think I met you just it might have been days or weeks after your son was born. I mean, like,
yes,
really
days
fresh out of the kitchen.
Yes.
Which was your vagina. It was your son, and it was days old, and I was like, wow, yes. Camille, you're a mom already. So, I mean, how old were you when you gave birth?
I was 21? 22.
22?
Yes.
Oh, we were the same age when we had our kids. All right, well, here we go. You have a ton of following, Cam. I mean, gosh, on Twitter, you're inching up that million mark already, which on Twitter is kind of like, it's a really a nice badge of honor when you're on Twitter and you can hit that 1 million mark.
Yeah.
I mean, you're right there. Do you tweet a lot though? I mean, I follow you, but you're not one of these people that kind of are all like just flooding the thing with compliments. Like every celebrity that gets a compliment, you got to retweet that shit. But I never see Camille do that.
No, not a lot. I just tweet when I have time and when I can, or if I think there's something interesting that I should tweet about. But that's basically it. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Does it irritate you? 'Cause I do it a little bit. I mean, I'm not big time, but the tweets that celebrities get, and then they go out and retweet it because it's a compliment.
A lot of those.
Wow.
Yes.
Ang ganda mo sa thing. Okay, thank you. Wow.
The smiley retweet.
That's right. It must drive you nuts, but I mean, at the same time, maybe you're not on Twitter often, but it is now. For example, I'm looking at my Twitter feed. I'd say about 85% of the stuff that I read, or 90% of the stuff I read, it really is just celebrities retweeting compliments.
Yeah,
That's why I try to change it up.
Like their show, they come out
insults
on TV, right? And then you really did so well in this scene. And then they retweet it.
I feel like it's going to be the death of Twitter, actually. And I follow a lot of international celebrities, like Hollywood celebrities. They don't do that. I mean, very, very rarely do they do that. But I think it's going to be the death of Twitter, at least locally in the Philippines eventually, because it's just going to be a bunch of celebrities that freaking really just do that. Anyway, so Cam is here. Yes, nearing 1 million followers on Twitter. We have questions. Camille, you've been on season 1 a long time ago, so you know how basically how it works.
2 years ago or something.
Yeah, that's right. So you basically know how it works. People call, and they'll call about anything. And I'm glad that you're pretty game about all of these questions. So let's start it off with a call from abroad. Let's go to Dubai. Her name is... What the fuck is her name? I think... Oh, by the way, wait, do you curse? Camille, you seem like you never say bad words.
No, not... I try not to. I mean, not here or something.
But what's your curse word of your go-to one when something happens? Like, you know, the very popular Claudine Barreto. Ay puke, when she was it in ASAP like 10 years ago. Ay puke is yours?
No. Parang I say pok.
Putangin.
Hindi.
You say pok?
Pok. Ay pok. Ganon. Pag yun nga, yeah.
God, you're such a good person. Walang shit, walang fuck you, walang tae.
Fudge. I try not to because, you know, I have a son. So I can't really say things like that out of the blue or else he will, like, say it also. So
he's going to learn it in school anyway.
Yeah,
but yes, it's very
not
responsible.
From me. Yeah.
Fair enough. I got you, baby. All right, let's go to May, who is 25 in Dubai. May, you're on the program. Thanks for being here. And Dubai, again, one of the big countries that definitely listens to the show. So we appreciate that. What's up, May?
Yeah, hi. Good evening, guys.
Hi, May. This is Camille Prats.
Camille.
Hi.
That's
hi,
Dr.
May.
Ken. What's up, baby?
Yeah. I'd just like to know your thoughts about how do you nicely turn down a proposal from a prospective benefactor when in fact he's your boss, and how not to act awkward after this?
Yeah, that's tough with the boss benefactor. Yeah, because when it comes to other benefactors, you mga stranger and a benefactor, it's easy to turn them down because you don't ever have to see them again. But if the benefactor is A, someone you interact with daily, and B, has control of, you know, your career and how well you're going to do at the workplace, man, a lot of pressure there with the benefactor. Is he Filipino? Is he Dubaian?
He's Arab.
He's Arab. Oh, shit. And what is he offering? I may ask, because next thing you know, it's, you know, fucking Arab guys. They got a lot of shit. They got a lot of good stuff. Okay. What are they offering?
Offers such as, of course, material stuff.
Like what? Like throw out some names here. Holy shit, studio flat.
Branded things like Hermes and all those stuff. And then studio flat. And then further studies.
How does it happen? I want to know how the Arabs do it when it comes to the benefactor. Is it very in your face, very specific? Is it hints? I mean, like if I may, how exactly? Okay, give it to me. Like, May, I like to invite you for a house. I mean, how does it go? Like word for word, if I may.
He's like, I've seen a lot of potential in you. You look like you're a determined lady and all this stuff. And maybe you can consider having someone who can help you with this one. Something like that. I cannot give you the exact word per word.
Now, did
But then
he
it's still something
say
like,
did he say he wanted you like talagang like I wonder like if the word sex comes out, if he says I just need you sex for 2 times a week, I mean, is it like that, or is it just kind of vague, like I'm going to give you this, I'm going to give you that, but you better know that when I come over, the fucking is happening. Like, that's what I want to know about the benefactor lifestyle. Like, is there some sort of formal schedule going on? Like, TTH, I need a BJ.
No. It's like this. He's giving it in a business setting. It's like, paano ba? It's like, because I'm a very busy person, and I will rarely have time with you, and I just like to have a relationship where I can have a break from all my stressful life. Maybe we can go.
So
I can take you to a holiday abroad, like that.
Oh, yeah, there's sex there. Shit. Is he married?
Yes, he's married, and he's 44.
I think
he's ugly.
They can get married many times.
He's
an ugly dude.
He's fine.
He's fine.
44 is not so bad.
No, it's not. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's okay. Benefactor. Fuck Hermes and maybe studio flat and shit. How tempting. God, you know what? Listen, I've said it on the show many times. I'm going to say it again. I've never had a benefactor, and I feel bad about it. Like, I know I'm not the best looking fellow, but shit, can I just have one gay guy come up to me or one matrona and just say, DJ mo, eto, and then I'd be like, wow, I'd be so fucking flattered. I mean, yes, I'd eventually turn it down. Likely turn it down. But it'd just be nice to be offered a fucking condo or any of these things. Camille, I have a feeling being a very, very successful star at a very young age, you didn't get the benefactor thing, because I think the target for these guys are the starlets, looking like they're just getting into the business at the ripe age of 19 or 20, and then that's where the benefactors kind of prey off. I mean, you were on from day one. I mean, you've been in showbiz. Did you ever get the benefactor stuff? I feel like that wouldn't have come your way because of just people know, oh, she's already successful. She's already been doing well. She doesn't need the money.
No, I haven't, and I feel bad about it too.
Don't you feel bad, right?
Yeah, I'm like, right? I never got any of those things that...
The fuck?
Yeah, no.
Come on, benefactors?
No, never.
And then but do you know of like your I mean, do you guys talk about it? Let's say the girls' locker room talking in showbiz. You know
what? Nobody really talks about it, but we know somehow the girls who has benefactors. Like, there's like loud whispers like about the girls who has benefactors. Na ito ganito. Kasi you'd know na parang this girl, a specific person, you know the type of work that she does. Diba?
Sure.
She's like, this is her show, and then she does this and that, and then, but she has a lot of things, like expensive stuff. Like, she has a really nice car, she has expensive bags. So you'd be wondering where she'd be getting all these. So
yeah.
You know, oh, maybe she has, something going on that not everyone.
And then you
really
hear about it.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Let me ask you, Cam, because we had John Lapos here, season 1 talk. We were talking, I believe we were talking about this on my radio show or on the podcast, and he said, of the celebrity men, okay, the leading star, the rising male star, and because showbiz is a very... I guess homosexually dominated, like the powers that be are generally homosexual guys. So the male stars are the ones that really get a lot of the attention for the benefactor stuff. Maybe we'll get back to you just a little bit. Hold on, we'll talk showbiz here real quick, and then we'll talk about your Arab giving Hermes guy. John said about 80% of leading men or just general rising stars, males, have gay benefactors at one point.
80%?
Whether it be benefactor monetarily or benefactor na director, na mga executive na nagpapataas ng career, nagpapasikat. These guys, 80%.
Wow.
Or at least it's 75, but really upper echelon of the charts there. While females not so bad because you get maybe 30% or something like that, but really the males.
With women kasi, they're mostly like businessmen or like politicians, but not in the industry.
Exactly. Dude, man, it's exactly it. So would you say, though, I mean, let's talk about the guys. Would you say it's that high? I mean, you've done both networks. there are some networks I think that are more medyo ma-appeal sa boys, and then there are ones that medyo mas appeal sa mga businessmen. But I mean, do you think it's really that high?
I guess so. Yeah, I guess so.
Shit.
Because from my observation, syempre madaming lalaki na artista, diba? So these like the directors or even the bosses, I think from what I see, parang they select their guys, and then you would know. There's like a parang how do you say that? Like, oh, ito sa'yo to. So like, and it's understood from everyone.
Untouchable.
Yes. So you have to choose somebody else, and then they would know, ito kay ganito to. Ito naman kay ganyan yan. So may ganun.
Yes.
Parang may mga kanya-kanya kayong flock.
This is real, and it's just the guys. Like, remember,
it's just the guys. Yes, with
Cam,
girls.
you and I, we've been together in networks before, both networks, you and I. So,
Yes.
I mean, you've been doing this a little bit longer than I have, but we started very young. And I'm telling you, Ken, fucking Ken, dude.
Sige.
When you're in this network, and you already know, everybody knows, top to bottom, makeup artist to CEO, they know whose boy is whose boy. And you do not fuck with that guy, literally and figuratively.
Yes.
He's untouchable.
Yes.
And if you touch him, you will lose your fucking shows.
Yes,
You fight with him,
especially
you lose
if you're
your shows.
a girl. Especially if you're like you work with that person, and then you get chismis na you guys are going out or texting each other, or you're
Suicide.
Tapos na yan.
Career
Malaw.
done. You are done. And so here's the thing. Look, here's the question, Cam. With these guys, right? So it's 75% to 80% of these really big time dudes.
Yes.
Are they sexing up their directors, or is this just this is my pony, this is my horse, hindi mo siyang hawakan kasi ito ipapasaki. I'm going to be the one in charge of the rise and stardom of this fellow. Or on the side, is there a little BJ going on?
I don't know. That part I don't know, because that's also my question. Like, okay, if you're with this person, then what do you actually do in exchange of like getting a really good career
Project.
Yeah,
right.
diba?
And it's a lot of money. I mean, listen, May there in Dubai, that's just studio apartment. We're talking house, lot, executive fucking village.
And and fame. And a
Fame,
lot of
exactly.
things, and endorsements, and all those things, right? And you know what? I don't know what they do in exchange of that. But what I know is you would know when he's no longer the boy toy of this boss. You would know.
Yes.
Nababawasan.
You will know
Nababawasan.
No, hindi.
Dude,
Kasi bago na ang
Ayun.
bida.
Meron ng
Hindi na siya ang bida. All of a sudden, wala na siyang show. Ganon. So, pagka alam,
ibang mundo niyo. Malupit.
So, even from afar, you would know na, oh, this is the new favorite, or this is the flavor of the month.
May bago ng favorite.
It's really, really wild. It's so wild. Oh, it's so exciting. All right, anyway, and then it really does make you feel bad as a person who doesn't get, like Camille and myself, that we don't get the politicians or the businessmen and the executives and the directors looking at us. And then we, the struggle to get, I mean, you can have all the talent in the world. If you're going up against a boylet of an executive,
you don't
you're
stand
fucked.
a chance. Yeah, you
No
don't stand
chance,
a chance.
right? You're at an audition, you look at it, fuck, you forget it. You might as well just sign your paperwork that you're never going to do the show again.
Yeah.
All right, anyway, let's get to May here. May in Dubai. It's got a benefactor thing. All right, well, listen, what have you said so far to this guy? I mean, you're asking how to turn it down, but did you go, I'm going to think about it and I'll get back to you, and then you call us? I mean, where are we currently as of today?
He's like, he put it in this situation. He's, okay, let's have a dinner. If you say yes, then you say yes for the proposal. If you turn me down with this dinner, that means you don't want to have a dinner with me. I mean, he put it in a more simpler terms than saying no and yes, like that. And the thing is, this isn't the first time he asked me about this proposal.
Wow. And you have no intention, zero intention to see
because
this
my boss. I don't want to ruin that professional connection I have with him.
Well,
because
he's
we're
married,
okay
and
when
then
it comes to the work.
Yeah, and he's married and in Dubai. Again, I don't know the legal system there, but it does sound like in those Middle East countries, you get involved in some sort of adulterous situation, and not only will they remove your Hermes away, they'll cut your head off.
Yeah.
So,
isn't it like
Or at least they'll take your passport or something.
No, you can't
can
get
go back
pregnant unmarried.
no, certain countries, it's not even just that. It's like if you're rumored, you don't even have confirmation. I'm likely this is not Dubai because Dubai a little bit more progressive and modern of a Middle Eastern state. But there are those ones. I think they're those Shira, I think that's the name of it, Shira or something like that. Forgive me if I'm wrong, Arabs. But there's those countries there that have that kind of system going on. If you're rumored to be in a fucking relation, you don't have to prove it. We'll kill you. Stoned to death. Public hanging. Game of Thrones style. I mean, like, you're going down Ned Stark style. Anyway, so that's what you gotta do. Maybe that's the best way to really attack this. Just go, hey, listen, I really appreciate it. I'm even flattered that you have asked me or shown interest in me. And even without the material things, I am flattered. It's the material things really play no, you just on if I may be honest, the material things, I understand why, all of these things are being brought up, but it's not that's most flattering. The most flattering is that you find interest in me, and for that, I thank you. However, I do know you're married. I do know that in this kind of situation, I have my morals to stand by, as well as legally it could be a real mess, and the company can suffer too if some sort of scandal pops up and stuff like that, and I don't want those things to happen. I really do think you're a great guy. I think we could be extraordinary friends. I enjoy working under you, not under in that capacity, and I just don't want that kind of scandal involved in the company where we're going to get blamed if something happens. I don't want that legally if your wife kind of finds out and then, tells the authorities. And I personally have, I'm not so open with that kind of style. Darn it if you were only single. And then you say that. But, just kind of like give him a little bit of hope.
It'll make him feel better.
And I suggest don't accept gifts anymore if you're not really interested with this guy.
Yeah.
Because if you still accept
but if you want to give me the Hermes, halimbawa, binili mo na, tapos wala ka gagamitin.
Sayang naman.
Sayang na. Tagi na naman. Sayang.
Pero aasa siya nun.
That's all. Yeah, that's ostrich leather, whatever the fuck these things are made out of. You can do that. But yeah, generally say you don't want the scandal for the work, because that's good. We don't want to be responsible for bringing down the company, and definitely there are laws, of course, here in this country that would put us in a very unfortunate, maybe even dangerous light.
And do you?
But we'll always end it with compliments. Yeah, I think it'll work. Always start with compliments and end with compliments, and that's how I would have attacked it too. With the thousands of women who come in. No, I'm just kidding. You just compliment them in the beginning, compliment them at the end, and then scare them in the middle of that whole conversation with all of these possibilities that can happen, and that will fuck things up really bad for everybody. He'll be fine with that. Trust me. He's gonna be okay.
Okay.
All right,
man.
Don't forget the compliment part. That's the key.
Help.
Yeah, that's the key.
Take
the compliment
care and more
part.
power.
All right, baby. Thanks for the call.
Good luck, mate.
How would you do it, Cam? Congressman of faraway province, tinawagan ang manager mo. What was the guy's name? Camille Prats na yan. And then all of a sudden, just kind of get some sort of benefactor thing going. How would you kind of turn that guy down?
Tatawanan ko siguro. Congressman, nakakatawa ka. Ang bait-bait mo. Ganon. I'm not gonna take it seriously, because if I do that, parang ang awkward. Alam mo yun? Parang, dapat siguro parang you'll joke about it na parang, kayo talaga, ganon. Or you just keep on saying, you know what I do? Parang feeling ko, magandang technique yun eh. You always say po and opo. And you call them
right.
sir.
Right.
Kamusta po?
You kill their
Kamusta
boner.
po kayo? They hate that.
You remind them that they're old.
Yes, and sometimes,
po, tito. Oo, tito.
Oo, ganun. Tapos minsan ganun pa, ay, tito, kamusta po? Huwag mo na akong tinitito. Ay, kayo naman po.
Camille! Camille! Minsan naman, Camille.
Growing up in this
naman tayo.
Ay, hindi. Kayo naman po, medyo busy po ako sa taping. Huwag mo na akong pinopo. Ay, hindi po ako sanay eh. Mapopo talaga akong tao. Kasi really, I do that, and I get it a lot na ay, huwag mo na akong tawaging tito. Ano ka ba? Or,
yeah, they're
yeah.
See,
they do
those,
that.
Okay, that's benefactor without the material things yet.
Yeah.
Wala pang material offer there, but it's getting close.
Yes.
Camille, punta naman tayo minsan sa Strams, no? Doon lang tayo mag-hangout.
Saan? Sa Strams?
Sa Strams. Strams naman, di ba mga hangout ng kabataan yan? Strams.
Nakalimutan na niya.
Malapit na sa RJ. Hindi ko alam mo may RJ, no? tuwing Lunes, kami ng mga...
Hindi ko inabutan yung Strams. Ay, hindi, inabutan ko.
Strams.
Inabutan ko yung Strams, pero bata pa ako nun.
Okay. Sige po. Okay. Salamat, ha? That's what it is. And then you kill the boner by like, oh, talaga? I mean, may mga anak ka ba na ka-age ko na pwede kami mag... all of a sudden, you just fuck it up by saying po and tito. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to... Here's a call. Now, Cam, here's a call that we're going to take. I mean, it's almost predictable that we were going to take this call because of what has gone on in your life. I mean, Dr. Ken, I don't know if you follow Camille's personal life, but what a life you've lived, Camille. I mean, does it... maybe I can ask this after this question, but I want to... Does it ever shock you? Like, as much as success as you've had, as much happiness, obviously you've also had a turn for really tough moments. And you've both enjoyed and endured in this one life at such a young age. And maybe that... you get what I mean when we hear this question. Let's go to line 1 and talk to Dan, who's 22. Dan, you're in Cainta. You have a question for Camille. And your question is not basically part of her life, but something that you went through, very much that Camille has gone through as well. So what's up, Dan? How can we help?
Yes, hello. Actually, the question is mostly for you on how to cope up with it. Well, what happened is, 3 weeks ago, January 2, namatay yung girlfriend ko, which was the person who picked me up after ko tumawag sa'yo more than a year ago regarding dun sa girlfriend ko naman na nag-cheat sa akin sa Saudi. So...
Boy, you Middle Eastern people really just bring it today on cheating. So your girlfriend, I'm sorry, by the way, your girlfriend passed away 3 weeks ago. And she was someone who was very instrumental in your life, as most significant others are. How did she pass away, if I may?
Coronary heart disease.
Wow, so early. How old?
Same age as me.
22 also.
Jeez, 22. Big time. All right, hold on one second. Yeah. Cam, we all know that your husband passed away from cancer super young. What was he, 30, 31?
He was 31. Yeah,
and you were really young as well. I mean, I guess his question basically is how to cope, how to deal. Obviously, it's not easy. How did you get through it? Are you still through it? You probably get this question a ton of times, but just for us here at least, where are you state of mind and how do you get there?
Well, right now, I feel better. Every day I feel better. It's been a year and almost 6 months. So I'm used to it already. I'm used to being by myself. I'm used to taking care of Nathan. Kumbaga, nasanay na ako na wala na talaga siya. But then, I guess, looking back, I think what made me, well, siguro, Dan, can I ask, how long have you known about this disease that she's had?
Nalaman ko siya after 3 months of dating. Yun, pinaalam niya sa akin na she has this situation or condition na hindi siya pwede masyadong ma-stress at times. Well, nung time na yun, nakakala ko naman parang simpleng problem lang. Or pwedeng iwasan lang na problem, na stress. But nung nalaman ko na once na ma-overwork, yung heart niya is something na parang sobrang delikado na sa kanya, talaga ang dami ko na iningatan, ang dami ko na listahan, ginagawa, reminders for the day, or things na iiwasan ko. Or,
did you do the... I want to ask Camille and then Dan here, did you guys do the bucket list thing that's very popular these days, where you know the inevitable is there? Well, maybe Cam, more you, because there was kind of like a progressive state when it comes to cancer and with the heart disease. I mean, shit, it could be any day sometimes, right? Was there a bucket list made? Did you go, all right, here, listen, we're going to do this. We're going to do these things.
You know, the thing with my late husband, he stopped doing treatments after, he stopped doing treatments after a couple of months. He was sick for a year. And then he just decided he didn't want to go into treatments anymore because his body couldn't take it any longer. He was getting weaker by the day. And he was getting thinner and thinner also. So he just didn't want to do it anymore. And then, so since we stopped, I spoke to all his doctors. And then they told me that, since he's no longer doing any treatments, then the inevitable will happen soon. So they told me to prepare him, like to talk to him and tell him that, hey, you're not getting any better. You're going there, something like that. And how am I gonna do that? How are you gonna tell a person na, mahal, you're gonna go anytime soon? I can't do that. And then they also asked me to take videos of him, like to shoot videos of him, actually, like Message for Nathan, like
kind of like the movie that Michael Keaton was in. I think it's called My Life. Have you seen that movie?
Like that.
Oh man,
no, I haven't.
Tough.
But that's what they were actually suggesting, and I couldn't do it. And then there's also this there's also this other thing that his parents really didn't want me to tell him about his condition because he might stop fighting for his life. I'm like, so I was really torn. I didn't know what to do. But if I were in his position, I think I would want to know if I'm like about to go, so that I'd be able to do everything that I want to do, say whatever it is that I want to say.
Do the bucket list stuff.
Yeah, so I told him, I think it was more of like those days that he feels better. I go, mahal, I think we should be thankful for days like this, for the days that you get to wake up in the morning, for the days that you get to spend time with Nathan, you get to see the sunrise. Each day that comes to us, to you, is a gift. I think that's what I said. It's something that we should be thankful for because we don't know what could happen tomorrow. We don't know what could happen today. Sure. So I think that's just what I said. And somehow I think he knows that when they say that when you're about to get fever, when you're about to get sick, you know it's going to happen. It's the same thing with them.
You can't
it's the same
can't really
thing
explain it, but it's
a feeling
there.
of impending doom. Yeah.
And then they know that. Like, he knows he's not getting any better. He knows he's getting weaker and weaker. So they told me that he knows he's going to go anytime. He just didn't want to tell me, probably because he just didn't want me to like feel bad about, him dying. But they told me, because that was my concern. Baka hindi niya alam. Baka he was scared of like dying. Baka ayaw niya pang mamatay. Alam mo yung parang, I was really scared. Like, what if he's not ready? That was my concern.
Sure. Yeah. No, I mean, and I would be right there. I saw you from a distance go through it, and basically a lot of it afterwards, because I heard he was sick, and then all of a sudden I just kind of read that he passed away, and I was like, wow. And then there were times where after his death, any kind of form of communication, you'd send an "I love you," "I miss you," that via Twitter. And I remember sending you a message a couple times going, Camille, you're an inspiration, really, at least to me. I mean, I find the inspiration from some of the stuff that you went through and incorporated in my life, and am just astonished how you handle it. And maybe that's what advice we can give with Dan here. Yeah. Dan, you called on the right day, really, with Camille here, because I admired her immensely through this whole ordeal. And what's the best advice you can give Dan here, Cam, in terms of now that it's happened? How do I? I guess you never really get through it. How do I just cope with it?
You don't. At first, I think when he passed away, like a couple of days after that, I think it's true that you go through in denial. Like, why is this happening? Like, really? Like, of all the people in the world, why does it have to be him? So I think it's normal to go through that stage wherein parang you hate everyone, and then you just have a lot of questions because you just don't understand why these things happen at an early age. Like, you just don't get it. So, what I did? I was like, I kept praying. I really held on to my faith. And then I had a very strong support system, which was my family and my friends. And then, you have to. I think you have to really go through it. Like, wag mong
Just face-
takasan. Oo, wag mong
Yeah,
takasan yung
face up.
pain. Wag mong takasan. Wag kayong inom dito or labas dyan. No, feel it. If you feel sad, if you feel terrible about it, if you feel, it's really painful. Like, there are days wherein I'm just brushing my teeth. Like, really. I just got home from work. I'm so tired. I'm looking at the mirror. I wash my face. I brush my teeth, and I just break down. Like, with no reason at all. Like, it happens like that. Like, it creeps up on you when you're like doing something really weird, or like when your mind's not working.
Do you live in the same house? Do you live in the same house that you lived in with him, or did you move out? I mean, just to kind of get a fresh start, or like, like you said, face it. But there are some things you can maybe do, which is live somewhere else where you don't come home and see the same room that you guys shared. Things like that.
Yes. I went back to my parents' house. I moved back to my parents' house, and then but I still have the house that we lived in. I still have it, and we visit there on weekends. I stay there on weekends, but most of the time I live with my parents, because when I'm at work, then at least my son will be with my parents and with my brothers and my sister. So it helps that it's like that, because I think it helps to be around your family.
Yes.
Because hindi mo siya naiisip eh. Alam mo yung parang, syempre may mga days, especially the first few months, talagang ayokong lumabas ng kwarto. And then you just want to keep on like getting all his like things, his stuff. Like, ito yung favorite niyang relo, ito yung sapat, everything. Everything's just, full of memories. So it helps that you're around like people who love you, like your family.
Yeah, who are going to support you and
Yes.
stuff.
Oo, tapos,
Dan, do you have that support system where, I mean, does everybody know what happened? Was it something that kind of you came home to the family, told them, the bad news, the tragic news, and everybody kind of just swarmed around you? Or do you feel alone in this whole process?
Well, it's not that I feel alone. It's just that parang I'm trying to repel people away. It's not that I'm trying, but it's what's coming out.
It's just a natural thing.
Yeah, but Dan,
I
that's
completely
normal.
understand.
That's normal.
Yeah.
Kahit ako ganun mo, parang yung nakukulitan ako. Kasi
Right.
parang I think my parents were trying to do that, na parang don't leave her alone. Kailangan lagi siyang may kasama. Pero hindi.
Right, and they overcompensate
Yes,
by coming at your room, knocking on the door. Okay ka lang, kahit kumain ka naman. You're like, I just don't want to talk.
O tara, alis tayo. Yung parang, no, I just want to be alone. Ganun. And it's
Cam,
normal.
I hate to talk about it. Oh gosh, almost every other night here I bring it up, but it is a experience of mine, and this is an advice show that when I went through what I went through, while not in the gravity that it went to, that you went through, or both of you, but it feels the same. Pain is pain, and a loss is a loss, regardless. And I locked myself in my room for months. And I remember having a dinner, and maybe this could be advice for you, Dan, and then we'll move on to the next call. I remember having a dinner with Manny Pangilinan, MVP, right? And he took me out to dinner. He said, "Shoot, you look horrible, man." And he's my boss at the time, being, I was a endorser of his products. I worked at his network, and he's like, "You look terrible, man." And I'm like, "I got to tell you something, boss." And he's like, "What?" And then I told him. And he then would tell me a personal story of his, not a completely different style of story. I mean, it has family problems, stuff like that. And he said, you let it hurt as much as it can. You let it hurt. And instead of like, umiinom or going out,
running away from it, like trying not to feel it, or
partying hard, pretending that it didn't exist. Let it hurt, and let it hurt for a long time.
Yes.
And let it hurt as much as it can hurt. And I'm like, why is this good advice? Like, how is this great advice? Because that's what I did. And after you let it hurt, it doesn't hurt anymore.
Yes, that's true.
When you get it to a point where it's so damn, like, it's so heavy on your chest. It sucks the life out of you. There's going to be a point where you hit rock bottom, and it cannot hurt any more than it hurts this moment.
Mafe-feel mo yun na parang you cry today, but you know that this wasn't as bad as you were crying yesterday.
Right.
Diba?
And then
Mako-compare mo yun eh. Yung kahapon,
Right.
hindi ako makahinga sa sobrang sakit. Ngayon, ganun pa rin siya kasakit, pero medyo nakahinga ako ng konti. I mean, you'd know the difference na it gets lighter as the days go by. Na parang, masakit
And then
pa
you're
rin siya,
battle-tested.
Yes.
You're battle tested, Dan. So basically, Dan, let it hurt, man. You sound fucking miserable on the phone, and that's a good thing.
Yes.
Because you want to just absorb it as much as you can, and then, as cliche as it sounds, one day it's not going to hurt as much anymore. It's still going to be a shitty part of your life. It's still going to be the most glaring thing in your biography, but at the same time, it will just eventually get better, Dan. And in the meantime, don't do anything stupid. Don't, you get what I mean? Like, don't go out. I tried drinking it off, and that didn't work. It's life, man. It happens. It's horrible. It's tough. You let it hurt, and then one day it's just not going to hurt anymore. And that's really the only thing we can face it with.
And
all right, buddy?
You're going to go through it. You're really going to go through it. Maybe
but,
now
all of us.
you think you won't, but you will.
Okay, and
all right?
I'm sorry, Mo, for taking up time here, but I'm just going to ask, is it really common to bargain with, I don't know, someone up there who, can take your life instead of hers, or something like that?
No, it's not wrong to bargain that. I mean, shit. Listen, I'm not a big praying guy, right? But fuck, when this thing happened to me, I went to all the pastors I can fucking find. It's like when you're sick, you look for a second opinion, a third opinion, a fourth opinion. Any doctor who's going to tell you, there's a chance, because every doctor has said there's zero chance. I prayed every prayer in every religion, in every language you can fucking possibly fathom. And I made every deal possible. I went to the mirror and said, all right, devil, it's your turn, buddy. Come down. Let's do it. Let's talk about it. Come on. Fuck. Obviously, God's not working out with me. It just doesn't work that way, Dan. I mean, I'm not a religious fellow. Cam is probably. So I'm like, there are no deals because God doesn't come down and single you out as the one he's going to save. Like, when there's a calamity, I always go, hey, God, listen, there's a calamity, there's a typhoon, there's a flooding. How about you come down and help us out a little bit and give us a helping hand? How come one day in the history of all calamities in the world, I've never seen you come down and help out a little bit? And then you just realize that just doesn't work that way. God or no God, there's no supernatural force that's going to come down and make a deal with you that's going to all of a sudden cure her and transfer the sickness to you. It's not realistic, but I definitely understand why you want to do everything imaginable, not even realistic, not even possible, but imaginable. Anything that fucking your mind can think of to make this thing stop, it's not going to stop. It is going to happen, and it's part of the pain, and it's just the way things go. Now, you can pray. Maybe Camille said, I prayed, helped me get through it. You can pray to help you get through it, but it will happen. It will be done. It has happened, and you're just going to have to face it. All right?
Yeah.
It's tough.
And one last thing, man. I'm sorry. About the work thing, because I immediately went back to work 2 days after her death. And then I tried to cope up with it, but every time a person approaches me and says gives their condolences, it's like, yeah, I accept it, but I try to go back or leave through the back room, then just, I don't know,
Dan, listen, I completely understand. I mean, mine wasn't out in the open, so I didn't go to work. There are days where I didn't go to work. There are days where people like, Mo, you're gonna get fired if you keep on missing days. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't go. I can't talk about it. It happens, man. It happens to all of us. Dan, I can't. I don't know what else to tell you. I say go to work because maybe for a short time it'll take your mind off of it. But you also have to be realistic. Yeah. These people who know are going to go up to you and give their condolences, as you have called the show to talk to Camille. Is the same thing these people are going to do to you. They're going to bring it up. Camille's. It's a year and 6 months has gone by. People are still going to call and ask about the passing of your husband for the next 10 years because it is something that everybody knows about, Dan. And you're just going to have to expect that. All right, buddy?
All right. Thank you very much.
All right, man. Thanks for the call. Hang in there, bro. All right. Let's go to Australia. Shoot. Heavy. All right. Australia. Come on. Let's get a lighter one here. Let's talk to George. George, you are in Australia. Thanks for being here. What's going on?
Hi. Good evening.
Hi, George. You're 24. What's up?
Hi. Sorry, I can't really speak loudly. I have to whisper.
Yeah, I got you. What's up?
Okay. So basically, I'm 24 years old. I'm working as a nurse here in Australia, and I feel like me and my sister are quote unquote forced to work abroad to support the extended family. bale, we can actually still live a decent life even if nasa Pilipinas lang. And I never really wanted to become a nurse. And until now, the thought of having to go to work like the next day literally makes me sick. Palpitations, can't go to sleep, hyperacidity and all that. So feeling ko I'll die early of stress if ganito forever. So the thing is, my mom lives according to societal expectations. And I'll probably be disowned if ever I decide to go home.
How much of your money do you have to send back home?
Not for now, pa. No,
good.
Hindi pa ngayon.
And you can change it. They won't know.
Still starting. But you see, my sister is 29 years old and she doesn't have a boyfriend as per my mom's request. So she's working her ass off. Yeah. And I'm like, fuck that. It's my life. I realize the good money is not worth it. So all
right. So you want to know basically how to, because connection's a little bad, or at least it's your voice. You're not speaking very loud. It's probably 1 a.m. there in Australia. So thanks for staying up to listen to the show. So basically, you're asking how do you deal with the fact that your family is forcing the both of you to be nurses abroad? You can't even fucking wake up in the morning without hating just life because you're stuck in this job you don't want to do, and you want to know how to quit? Should you quit? Should you go home? I mean, first of all, let's start. Do you like Australia? Do you like living there?
No, it's
not really.
Very, very sad. To be away from family and all that. And I left my boyfriend back home.
All right. Hold on one second. Hold on. We'll put you on hold because that robotic shit. Wow, this is tough, and I can't believe that this happens still. In the modern time that we're in, where you are pressured to that level, to that extent, to do something for your family, and they fucking forbid that you do anything else and will disown you and all of these shit. I mean, if your sister's 30, you're 24, you guys are fucking miserable. I mean, I'm going to attack this two ways. Cam, you tell me where you're at here. I say A, tell them to fuck off and go, I'm an adult. This is the way I'm going to do it. Too bad. If you don't like it, tough shit, and this is how it's going to be. Because I'm 30 or 24, fuck you very much. That's my number one. Number two is do it behind their back. Fine, be a nurse, but get into a college. You're still young, 24. Go to school and do what you want. So you're paying for this education to do the job that they don't fucking know. Go to school in Australia. Great schools there, and they're on the cheap too. They're inexpensive. And you go to school there. You take what you want. The moment you graduate, you get a job. You say fuck you nursing for the rest of your life. I am never going back to that goddamn hospital. And you just start your new life doing what you want, and they don't know about it. And then maybe one day you tell them, hey, by the way, Mom, Dad, 2 years ago I graduated in culinary arts. I quit being a nurse, and now I'm one of the executive chefs at said hotel here in Sydney. If you can't deal with it, go kiss my ass. Like, two ways. If you don't really want them to have an aneurysm because they're going to get so mad, do it behind their back. Still be a nurse, though, because obviously you're going to need that income to support you through your education. Don't say a word about it. And then maybe when you graduate and you get a job that you like and you make the same amount of money or maybe even more than as a nurse, you call them back and you say, oh, by the way, guys, I fucking quit being a nurse like 10 years ago. You guys don't know because you guys are horrible parents. That's what I would do. Ken?
Yeah, I would agree in the sense that first thing that she has to do is try to take off as much as she can the ownership of her parents with her life. They own her. Whatever she does, I'm sure she'll carry that until she's old. She's still seeking approval and all those stuff. But on the other hand, there's some monetary thing that's being involved.
Yes.
So I agree that, find something that you like, because Australia is a nice country. It's
and I think they pay well. Like whatever job that you do, I think they pay well.
You'll have more freedom to do what you would probably like there.
Yeah, but how do you have the conversation with your family to get off your back?
You know what? I think it's in our culture na tumutulong talaga tayo sa pamilya natin, especially when we're abroad. Like they really parang it's like more of, it's not a responsibility, but it's more of like parang understood na yun na kapag okay ka at hiningan ka ng magulang mo ng pera pang sustento, magbibigay tayo. It's in our culture to be helpful, especially when it comes to our family. So I think siguro you can say it in a nice way mo. Na parang, you know what, mom, dad, all my life, ginagawa ko to kasi gusto nyong gawin ko to. Pero this is my life now and you know what, I wanna do it my way. Pero kung kailangan niyo yung tulong ko, tutulong ako pero ito lang yung kaya kong ibigay.
Yeah, but the whole then I'm gonna disown you because here's why I'm so mean.
No, I don't think
Cam.
they can do that. If she's all the way in
can't.
Australia, how are they gonna disown her? She doesn't live with them anymore.
You're right, but she's going to have to come back to the Philippines and probably stay with them and all of that shit. Here's why I'm so aggressive, is because their request is ridiculous. I love your diplomatic style, Camille, but I'm going to go ahead and assume that that shit doesn't work with them because George here in Australia and her sister sound terrified of their family. And because they're terrified, it doesn't seem... Well, first of all, nice parents wouldn't make them do that.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? Yeah. Nice parents wouldn't go, you're 30 years old, you cannot have a boyfriend still. So I'm already under the assumption that the mom's a bitch. All right? I mean, right off the bat. As much as I know that you're trying to be nice about it, Cam, I have to pre-assume that this family's fucking horrible. And that's why I need you to go ahead and face it as aggressive as they come at you regarding it. You know, like a fight fire with fire style. But let's go ahead and confirm, in fact, that the parent's a bitch or not. George, is your mom a bitch?
Hello.
Sorry?
Hello.
Yeah,
Hello?
George? Yeah.
Yes,
Can you hear us?
sir.
Yeah, is your mom a bitch? Is she, like, mean about it and stuff?
Hello, sorry?
Is your mom a bitch? Is she mean about it?
I don't
Yeah.
Well, she's my mother.
Yeah, yun na yun. You're right, Mo. If you can't answer that, she has that feeling
No.
that, yeah. But she can't
Are you
say
scared
that
of her?
because- Yeah, she's scared of
Are
her.
you scared of her?
I don't want to hurt her.
Oh.
The thing is,
Okay, go Camille's route then.
The thing is, I finally said, fuck it, I'm going home. However, I recently found out that my dad is having an affair with another woman, so I can't add to my mom's heartache.
Oh my god.
Great. No, listen. Use this selfishly. Yes, your mom's... Well, here's how... Okay, you find out that your mom's cheating, your dad's cheating with another girl. So you go home to confront the dad and stand up for your mom and go, Mom, I'm going to be here to take care of you.
Yeah, I'll take care of you. I don't want to go back to Australia anymore. Yeah.
For selfish reasons. Because I'm not going to go to Australia. Hindi. I'm not going to let you be alone here. I'm going to be here for you. The whole time inside you're like, tang ina, yes. But I'm going to be here for you. I'm going to help you get through this. Tang ina, Dad, why did you do this? I'm so destroyed. Ako pinaghihirapan ko pamilya ko na sa Australia. Ano going crazy ako. And then you just do all of that the whole time. You're just thrilled about this.
Mas gusto ko yung una mong plano mo. I like the first plan.
What's the first plan?
Puro sa konatae.
Nagtatakal ako ng ihi.
And then all of a sudden, boom, you're do it. Love it. I love this angle to the story.
This is the perfect time to go home. George, come on, buy that ticket.
Yeah.
But I talked to my mom, and it seems like what will make her feel better is if I stay here, like send her money. So she can enjoy.
Yeah, no. Just go. No, Mom. I mean, this is a huge problem. I'm here for you. Just don't let her say anything. But no, Mom.
What if
no.
the mom says something like, no, I don't want you to come home because I'm going there. I'm living with you. I want to be with my daughters. We're staying in Australia for good. Oh, what are you gonna say?
Well, Ma'am, mahirap ko muna visa dito, especially mga bagay na ganyan. And then, basta show a little strength, okay? You're gonna be fine. Trust me, use it to your advantage. And I'm sorry that your dad's cheating. What an asshole.
Yeah.
All right, baby. Be tough.
Good luck, George. You can do it.
Put them in their place. All right, baby doll. Thanks for the call. We appreciate it. All right, bye-bye. Woo. Man, talk about final. That's a good thing. Finally, it's a good thing. Where we're cheating you use it to your benefit. You're used to your benefit. Fantastic. Oh, gosh, it is a Wednesday night. You're listening to Good Times with Mo, the podcast with Camille Prats, who is here. Phone number 478-7954 if you want to call us. You can also catch us on Skype. We got a ton of calls on Skype coming up also in a little bit. When we come back, do we have any more international questions? Seems like we got a lot of international calls recently. We'll go ahead and take some of those. Dr. Ken, Camille Prats, and myself in a few minutes. Don't go away.
Stay tuned. We'll return after this commercial break.
Act fast with a Tattoo 4G prepaid stick.
Devastation here is terrible.
It's ultra fast. The most reliable mobile broadband. The most affordable. Powered by the largest 4G network. With it, you can move your world. Tattoo.
I have a new girl who lets me do what I love. She updates me on new star athletes to watch for and the teams that are just killing it. She helps me plan which games to catch with the guys or the next marathon we can join. She teaches me how to condition myself for sports, which cool music to work out to, and where I can go on my next adventure. A girl who loves what I love. She's Christine, my digital go-to girl. Log on to Christine.com and get more out of what you love. Also available on iOS and Android.
What you've been missing on The Factory.
Were you the one who posted, James, regarding the guidelines when it comes to checkpoints?
Yes, I was.
That's fantastic.
Yes, I just made it up, but I thought it was this time of year, right? Elections. You never let the truth get in the way of a good story, okay? Children, do not follow this at home. I'm just kidding. Just so you know your rights. If you do get stopped by a checkpoint,
you are not allowed
we're able to verify all of
them.
these, James.
You're not allowed to run over them. That didn't make it here. So technically... Now, number 2. Upon approach, slow down. I guess that counts as not running them over. Dim headlights and turn on cabin lights. Okay.
Cabin lights.
Mm-hmm. Lock all doors of vehicles during inspection. Since lock.
They might get pissed off because you're locking.
But that's the
doors.
thing.
Okay.
This is where they get you. And this is actually, I know we're making fun of it a little bit, but this is a serious issue. We've seen some people genuinely harass. Drugs are planted and other things, a Justin Bieber CD is planted, which is even worse.
Oh,
yes,
no.
I've heard of that, And there's no defense for that. There's really no defense. Yeah, it's like, but Your Honor, we found this. Throw the book at him. And the CD as well.
Then after that you have to submit your cell phone and everything. And next thing you know, you have a Justin Bieber ringtone.
Catch James Deacon and the boys on Counterflow Wednesdays 7:30 to 8:30 only here on The Factory.
Sabrina's Kitchen is going to be back in your kitchen.
Sabrina, we're hungry.
Okay, it's coming. Every Saturday, 6:30 p.m. Lifestyle Network. Where else?
My girlfriend says she hates me.
It's Good Times with Mo, the podcast. Call the show tonight and get your love problem answered.
Follow us on Twitter at GTWM Podcast.
And visit www.motwister.com.
Back on the podcast here on this Wednesday night, 23rd of January. Thanks for being here. Phone number 478-7954. If you want to call us, get yourself on the show. Camille Prats is here. You can follow her on Twitter. It's just Camille Prats, right? One T. Yes, Cam?
Yes.
Yeah. You can also check her out. She's always on television. She's always got big, heavy shows. I mean, you ever getting light comedies? I mean, it seems like you're always on these big, heavy dramas.
I have a talk show now. I'm doing a talk show for GMA News TV. It's called Mars with Suzy Abrera. It's every night at 6 p.m. And that's a lot of fun, Mo. I really have fun doing that show. So it's something different, like from doing all those drama shows. So this is
But you're starting your next drama on Friday, though.
Yes,
right? I mean,
yes.
It's not like you're not doing the drama stuff.
Yeah, but I get breaks like every 3 months, so it's fine.
All right. Well, maybe we'll talk a little acting after some of these calls. But yes, again, phone number is 478-7954. If you want to call us, get yourself on the show. You can also catch us on Skype, The Good Times Podcast, where a lot of our international and provincial calls come from. Let's talk to one of them now. And this is Kyle. Kyle, you are 21. You're in Pasig. What's going on, buddy?
Yeah, what's up? Good evening, Mo and Camille.
Hi.
I'm sorry, Kyle? Oh, you said hi, Cam. All right. Hey, get closer to the microphone a little bit there. You seem kind of distant and airy. What's up, brother?
So I have a question here.
Sure.
So is it okay for you to have sex with the mom of the girl that you reported years back?
Is it okay to have sex with the mom of the girl that what?
He was dating.
That you were dating? Well, it depends. Is she offering sex to you?
Yeah, somehow.
Or you just want to bang her?
Just like that. Yeah.
Like again, I mean, not to ask the word for word, play by play from every caller tonight, but please explain to me how it was actually brought up in conversation to you.
She was inviting me to drink one night, And so I went to their house, and then she got drunk, and then it happened.
So you did have sex with her?
Yes.
Yes.
High five.
High five, Mo. High
five. You're the man, you dick. All right. So, well, how do you feel about it? Because it seemed like you were asking us if it's okay to have sex.
Just to get rid of the guilt.
Maybe he's asking for like confirmation na okay lang yun. Oo, parang ganon.
Okay.
I think that's what you want to hear.
Yeah.
Okay, why did you break up with your girlfriend?
Actually, we didn't.
They were never
we were not
an item.
girlfriend. I mean, she was not my girlfriend in the first place. We dated, but she didn't become my girlfriend.
Did you have sex with her though?
No.
No. Oh man!
I knew you were going there.
No, that's so sick.
It's not sick. Listen, I would never do it because I don't want to fuck old chicks. But at the same time, when you think about it, right, that if you could fuck both the daughter and the mother in the same lifetime, high five all around the room. I mean, I wouldn't do it because she's old. But how old is she?
38.
Oh, that's young.
That's young.
How old is her daughter?
That's old for me.
19.
Yeah. Look at you, big dick. All right, buddy. So what's the future between you and mom here? I mean, is something that is she FUBU? Is she married? Is this going to be a relationship? Where are we?
I think it won't be a relationship. I think it's just for friends. Because I'm close with her mom, but not anymore. But we're friends.
Okay, so you're planning to have sex with her again?
I'm not really sure about that because somehow it became awkward when I go to their house.
You think? Yeah, because you don't know who you want to put your dick in. You go in there like, wait a minute, I'm confused. Which one? Yeah, how about a threesome going on here? And we've had the call on the radio show where mom-daughter threesome with the boyfriend. It was fucking great. Okay, so anyway. Yes, it's wrong because, I mean, listen, there's so many people out there you can bone. Why would you bone the mother of an ex? Even though it was just a kind of a dated thing, you're going to make her feel bad if she finds out about it unless they're really that kind of family. I mean, like, the fact that you didn't sleep with the girl you were dating, right, to me means she's not a slut. I mean, like, if you could say, like, I fucked this girl, I dated her one time, fucked her, then I fucked the mom, and then I'm like, okay, so this is a dysfunctional family. I get it. Then fine, yeah, fuck all you want. But because you didn't have sex with the daughter, I'm assuming for a variety of reasons, like respect, she's not ready, she wants a formal relationship, all of these before that stuff happens, that means she's kind of sort of a stand-up girl so far. And then you're going to go and break her heart by fucking her mom? I mean, it's just... Wait, hold on. I forgot that. Did you answer if the mom was still in the relationship with the father?
No, they broke up years back.
All right.
And then...
Okay, so you have a little bit of class, kahit paano. Okay, good. Well, still wrong, though. I mean, because, come on, again, there are a lot of 38, 45, 55-year-old women out there, if that's your thing, to bone. You don't have to go ahead and bone the one in the thing. But I get it that as a guy... See, here's the thing with you. It's wrong, but at the same time, would I have stopped myself? Would anybody who's listening to the show stop themselves when you have a 38-year-old woman, and if you like MILFs, and she's getting you drunk, and you're gonna get sex, and shit, why not, right? Fuck it. It's kind of cool anyway that, your daughter's my girlfriend, I'm fucking the mom. This is kind of like a weird kind of fantasy at this crazy as it seems. So it's hard to say that it was wrong when I know most guys would do it, but it's still wrong. Don't do it again. But high five anyway.
But the daughter has a son already, and she has a boyfriend.
Yeah. I think the mom took advantage of him, of the caller.
Yeah, but so what, right? You're getting taken advantage of, so what?
Yeah, so wait now. Are you asking this because you want to do it again with the mom, or
Ayaw
what?
na yata niya eh.
So
He's scared.
No, I'm not asking that. I'm not saying I will do it again. I'm just asking if I was asking for opinions because I haven't told anyone yet.
Don't tell anybody. Don't do it again. go out with other girls.
Just don't do it again. But you know, fuck all you want. Fuck 38-year-olds, 45-year-olds till your dick falls off. That's fine. Just don't do it with it. Just because it'll kind of suck if she'll find out. Trust me, she'll feel a little bad.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
But still, high five, buddy. Rock on. That's awesome. Yeah. All right, brother. Thanks for the call.
Okay. Thank you very much.
All right.
No worries. Bye. Cam, how often do you get the question? Because we're always going to get the question about, like, you know, your husband passing away and stuff like that. How are you? You know, I know it's been a year and 6 months, but how do you feel? How often do you get the, nagde-date ka na ba? Ready ka na ba mag-date? Ready ka na ba mag-relationship? You know, I mean, how often do you get this question?
I started getting that after the yung 1 year death anniversary. I get a lot of those things na parang may nanligo na ba sa'yo? Are you dating anyone right now? Are you seeing anyone? Or are you ready to entertain suitors? Ganyan.
So it's daily, like you get.
Yeah, like I think, you know what? No, I'm not. But it's more of parang I think that's like the next thing that they want to see me do. Like they're very interested of like who this person will be.
And on that note, I've heard that you're dating a Volcano rugby player. Is that true?
No, it's not true. I'm not dating him, like not currently.
But you've gone out on dates with him.
Just once.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Hey,
it's not really a date.
Wait
now. It's not.
No, but how did it feel to get back in the game? High five, Camille.
No, it's not. It's weird kasi parang I haven't done that in like a very long time. Like, we were together for 7 years, including yung syempre boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, diba?
Sure.
So 7 years, and then parang it's just so weird going out on a date again with a different person. Parang ang
But don't
weird
go out
lang
with an
na.
athlete. Here's what I'm going to tell you about the thing. Like, if you're going to finally date somebody, right, which you already have on one date, fine. But and apparently, the way that sounds from your voice, you weren't very impressed and like not dating him.
Hey, don't say that. He might be. No, I don't know.
Okay, or let's just generalize athletes just in general. When you're coming from your situation, don't date an athlete. A, they're probably not very bright, and B, they're athletes. A lot of testosterone there, a lot of chicks, you don't want to get into that.
No,
you know?
I know. Yeah. It was.
Date
it's
a
not
librarian
really.
or.
What?
You know what I mean? Like, work your way back slowly. Don't go back to these
I know. I get what you mean, but
testosterone-driven guys.
It wasn't really a date. It was more of parang we were a group, and then parang. Actually, parang, how do I say this? Parang sinabi lang kasi nila sa akin na parang, sige na try mo. Kasi parang, you should at least like put yourself out there. Like, at least try. Hindi yung lahat na lang tinaturn down mo. Ganun. I'm like, fine. O sige, let's give this a try. O sige. So, I brought a few friends. Kasi I didn't want it to be awkward and I didn't want it to appear like it's like a date. Alam mo yun? So
Sure.
And he's mostly out of the country. I think he studies in Australia. He lives in New York. He's like everywhere. So I know at some point na nothing's really gonna happen. It was more of parang, sige na, subukan na natin to. It was more of like that. So we went out. We talked for like a good, I think, almost 2 hours. But then I realized na I don't think I'm ready for this. It's not what hindi pa talaga. But siguro one thing that I can tell myself is that at least sinubukan ko,
that's good.
diba?
Yeah, you took the first step.
Now, how does it though? Okay, how does the conversation of being involved in another relationship go with your family? Like, not even just your family, your late husband's family. Do you have to like get a blessing or some sort of like?
You know what, Mo? That's a really
that must be
good
very
question.
weird.
Yeah, it is
I
a good
don't
question.
know. I don't know.
You don't know what to do. So you didn't call up his family or your dad and say,
No!
Dad, I'm going to date this Volcano Ascal or whatever the fuck.
Mo, it wasn't really like something that I'm really gonna get into. So why would I do
they
that?
bug you about it? Does your dad bug you? Because I know your dad very... Okay, all right.
No, they don't. They're more of like parang, meron na bang naligaw sa'yo? Parang, I think their attack is more of parang medyo mellow, tsaka parang friendly. Yung so I would open up. Because I don't really say things like that to my parents. Na parang, but they would always remind me na, take it slow, don't rush anything. Parang, huwag ka magmadali. If it's gonna come, it's gonna come. But I think they're scared. I think they're scared na parang, naku, sino na naman kaya tong bagong magugustuhan ng anak ko, mahirap na, panibagong, syempre pakikisamahan na naman nila, diba? So, I think they're scared na parang who this person will be, or if it's mabait ba to.
Probably they're just anxious. Hindi naman I'm scared, no?
Oh, siguro.
Okay, let me ask you. Okay,
Kailangan ba showbiz?
Listen,
I've never
I'm gonna
dated
ask you this
anyone
question.
from showbiz.
Yeah, she's not a date, but her friends, boy, notorious showbiz daters. Let me ask you this, Cam. Now, obviously, this question is gonna be asked from me because I am gonna ask this, shit like this. But
what?
All right, hold on. Listen. now we're pals, right? So don't get mad and tell your dad not to listen to this show.
Yeah, he doesn't have things that can download podcasts. So.
Fuck it, great. All right. You're 27, right? You're attractive. It's just, what about like the urge to have sex? I mean, or satisfying the need to have sex. I asked this to because I asked this to Nikki yesterday, and I'm like,
because
come on, man.
Married,
like,
she used to be married.
Yeah, she's been married, and so, as you were, and she's like, may mga boylet dyan. And then she started DMing me the name of these ballers that she's currently boning.
Oh my god!
Sorry, Nikki. Anyway, and then she went. I guess you girls who've been in marriages and stuff, you go for these athletes, or maybe these athletes.
No,
are just
of course not.
I don't know. What
I'm
it
not.
Is. All right, but anyway. All right. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
All right, but here's the thing, dude. Of course, there are sexual desires, especially that you've had sex prior being in a relationship that that's normal.
I can't believe you're asking me this question, Mo.
Camille, it's part of life. There are women out there who right now are single parents who have gone through ordeals similar as yours. And what do? You just shut it off, or is there And then are there masturbatorial habits? And Nikki's like, I'm a little bit of a masturbator, and but more boy-led. She'd just rather get boylets.
I know.
She's not in a relationship, but she's getting boylets.
Not.
She's 34. You're 27. That means you're still.
It's something that it's. I don't think about it. It's para kasi sa akin. Since do I have to? Okay.
Yes, you have to. It's part of life.
No. When my husband got sick, he wasn't well for a year.
Yeah. Of course.
And then he passed away for a year. So let's say 2 years and a half, like that. Nah,
yeah.
I never really think about it. And it's siguro growing up also, Mo. It's not. I never really grew up engaging myself in those kinds of things with people na I'm not really in a serious relationship with. Like I've only had 2 boyfriends in my life. The last one I married, and siya na din lahat yun.
Right. The casual sex part, I don't really expect it from you. I guess.
Yeah, so
I'm talking about the thoughts about it, though. I mean, like the fact, like, listen, it's been 2. I mean, I'm assuming when you're married, you're doing it every day, and then all of a sudden,
when you're married, you don't do it every day.
When you're newly married, you must be doing it about every other day or every day or whatever it may be.
No, because I had a son,
consistent.
so it's not really like a priority. So I didn't get used to that setup na parang.
Okay, but we're in show business, right? Where in the dressing room, all these guys, they're high ego guys. The girls are super attractive, so they know every day chicks are always going up, guys are always going up to them, and sex is on their mind. The conversation of sex happens constantly. What do you do? Do you shut it off?
No,
do you
of course
wonder?
not.
Do you miss it?
Mo, when you talk about sex with these kinds of people, you don't feel anything. Kasi parang nakakatawa, diba? So, just don't put yourself in a situation na maaalala mo yung feeling na ganon. I don't get that eh. Hindi ko siya... I mean, I'm not kissing anyone para mapunta ko dun sa... Oops, parang I feel like... Diba ganon yun? Parang you engage yourself in a situation where you start feeling it, diba? Na parang you start feeling the urge. Since I don't...
When you're watching a movie, right? And not a pornography, a regular movie, and you see Ryan Gosling on the screen, and he's like, wow, look at that body.
Yung 50 Shades of Grey na trilogy, diba?
Nabasa mo?
Oo.
Yeah.
Oh, yun, diba? Na-stress ako sa kanya. Yung parang... I read it like siguro that's the book na yun yung mga books na ang tagal kong natapos. Kasi every time they would talk about may part doon na tungkol doon, hindi ko siya mabasa. Kasi nasistress ako yung parang ano ba to? Parang mainit? Ba't ganon? Diba? And then eventually parang na-immune na lang ako doon sa mga ganong parts ng book. So wala. It's just like that eh. Wala talaga. Wala.
Yeah, that's
I mean, of course, pag may mababasa kang ganun, may maiisip ka. But I just ignore it. What am I gonna do?
Okay, fine. You ignore it, fine. But be honest with me. God damn it, Cam. you miss it at least a little bit, right?
Yeah, of course I do. I mean, who doesn't? I can't believe
No,
anyway, okay, moving on to the next question. Why are we talking about... I'm turning red. Mo, stop. And then, what?
No, we got a lot of calls about it, and people are, like, for example, here, a Cam here from San Pablo. Does Camille have a sex life? We have another question. And, I don't want to take these calls because we're already talking about it. But there's a lot of people. Okay, as often as you get curious, about, not get over about, or are you starting a relationship? It's like, okay, what do you now do about sex? And we can ask a married woman or a woman once married because at least you know that it was a regular part of their life. And
yes, at
when
some
it's
point.
not, when it's not anymore.
Mo, you know what? I got used to it because, when my husband was sick, parang wala na yun eh. It's not even, I don't even think about that anymore. So, diba, hindi naman yung biglang ganito yung sex life mo, tapos biglang pagising mo, wala na. Oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? Wala ako. Hindi siya ganon. It happened to me na parang, bakit ko to iisipin? Ito yung nangyayari sa akin.
That's right.
So, talagang it went to, it's like the least of my priority that I don't think about it. So, nasanay na ako ng ganun. So, when he passed away, it was like that na. Hindi na siya nagbago. Just parang
I wish sex was not a big priority in my life, right, Ken? Then at least I'd be so much more productive. Like I would be able to do things and travel, and I'd be able to like read books and.
But I understand where you're coming from. It was difficult. That's why that's the process.
I
know. Listen, I'm not.
But you'll get back there. I'm
not talking about your sex life during the ordeal. I'm talking about now. Camille, 2013, going out with athletes, volcanoes.
Mo, I keep correcting you. I'm not going out with him. I went out with him
out with a volcano. I mean, after a while, when you talk about the progression.
Hindi, alam mo, hindi ko pala type yung ang tawag doon? Yung macho. Hindi ko masyado nakakatakot pala. It's not, it's not, physically kasi it's not what I really like in a person, really. Like, when I saw, kasi, diba, I met him. He guested on our show kasi. And then I met him there. And then, sakto, nagkaroon ng bench fashion show. And then I think he was a part of that show. Like, the Volcanoes was a part of that fashion show. So he went out. And then he was on his underwear. And then when I saw him, I was like, oh my gosh, he looks really big. And kind of like freaked me out. Like, no, not my...
Yeah, I mean, right. It's like, okay, I haven't done this in a while. This fellow might break me. I'll just go ahead and work my way up.
No, it's not even that. It's just, it doesn't, hindi yun yung ko. It's not my type. Alam mo yun, parang hindi ako... No.
Fair enough. I got you. All right. Let's take a break. When we come back, we can see if we'll take a couple more here on Skype. We got a few that have been on trying to get on the program. And then we'll wrap up the show tonight. Camille Prats on the program on this Wednesday night. Of course, Dr. Ken as well. Phone number 478-7954. We'll see you guys in just a few minutes. Don't go away.
Stay tuned. We'll return after this commercial break.
Act fast with a Tattoo 4G prepaid stick.
The devastation here is terrible.
It's ultra fast. The most reliable mobile broadband. The most affordable. Powered by the largest 4G network. With it, you can move your world. Tattoo.
I have a new best friend who's always in the know. She knows the latest shopping finds and the most popular night spots to flaunt them. She helps me plan movie dates and my next Mercado getaway. She even helps me keep up with my guys' hobbies and gizmos, the latest bands and gigs, and what restos I have to try next. It's great having a best friend who knows everything. Meet Christine, my digital go-to girl. Log on to Christine.com and get everything a girl needs to know. Also available on iOS and Android.
What you've been missing on The Factory.
Now we're gonna show you guys the new beta that just came out yesterday. Is God of War Ascension, the private beta
for PlayStation Plus.
PlayStation Plus.
Let's watch it, right? It's Enrique playing already.
Yes.
Yep. There you go. And perfect timing. Perfect timing.
Well, before that, I was kicking ass.
So go with the theme of the show, how not to play.
It's Robot Rice and Friends with Alfonso Martinez, Mickey Han, and Nigel Zalameo. Fridays, 6 to 7 p.m. Only here on The Factory.
Sabrina's Kitchen is going to be back in your kitchen.
Sabrina, we're hungry.
Okay, it's coming. Every Saturday, 6:30 p.m. Lifestyle Network. Where else?
What you've been missing on The Factory.
Pechay.
Pechay na lang.
Mahaba ang carpet ng pechay. She will start with the pechay.
Oo,
if it's kung mahaba yung hair, di ba masakit?
Hindi, ginuputin ko muna ng konti. Tinitrim
Kailangan
trim mo ng
gupitan muna.
Tsaka pagka kasi yung mga tsaka pechay pala, pechay. Tsaka mga yun naman nakikita ko. Mga yan. Ang palaya ba? Ang palaya. Hindi, na lang. Ay, naman talaga eh.
Upo na lang.
Upo. Alaki naman niya.
Ay, alaki! Ano ba yan? Diba?
Parang ng kabayo. Parang ng kabayo.
Lintik ng kabayo! Ay, Tirso!
Join your host, Carrots Nazareno, on Live, Love, Lols every Thursday, 7:30 to 8:30, only here on The Factory.
My girlfriend says she hates me.
It's Good Times with Mo, the podcast. Call the show tonight and get your love problem answered.
Follow us on Twitter at GTWM Podcast.
And visit www.motwister.com.
Back on the show here on this Wednesday night. Don't forget, tomorrow on the podcast, Grace Lee. We had her also on season 1. She's a lot of fun. Miss her on the radio show, and it should be a great program. I'm sure there's going to be, even though they've broken up, I'm sure we're going to get 10 Pinoy calls here tomorrow on the show.
Oh, they're not together anymore?
No.
Since
No,
when?
they're not together. No. I don't know. They broke up fairly early. I mean, I had them breaking up I think they got together sometime in December. I thought we would see in August of the coming year. So, a tad under 1 year. They broke up after I was wrong. They broke up half that time. I mean, I really didn't see this one working out, but fuck. And they ended up breaking up in May, I think, of last year. I thought they were going to last at least August. So,
how long were they together?
Those days are over. I don't know. I'd say 4 months in that area.
Okay.
4 months, 5 months. I mean, it wasn't very long, unfortunately for her, or him. I mean, because she's such a catch. I mean, she's beautiful. She's smart. Yes. I mean, she's all kinds of awesome. She cooks. So all I want to ask her tomorrow is, did she take a shit in the Malacanang CR? Really? Because there are places that I want to take a shit in. I have a bucket shit list, and I want to take a dump in a presidential palace. Not the tourist CR, the CR that the president uses. I want to take a shit in that CR.
And I'm going to sit there and
well, maybe the bedroom, wherever. Yeah, it could be the office, the presidential office bathroom, or maybe the bedroom where the president resides. Because I'd be sitting there, I'm like, Ferdinand Marcos took a shit right here. This is fucking great. And then Ramon Magsaysay took a shit right here.
And GMA.
GMA took a shit here. This is fucking great. Imagine taking fucking presidential dump and my ass is on the. I mean, people are gonna. I'm sure people are gonna tomorrow. They're gonna be like, oh, did you have sex with people?
Don't they change that, the toilet bowl or something? Whenever there's a new elected president, they change it.
Fine, granted, yes,
but it's still the same spot. Yeah,
but it's still the same room that presidents prior have taken shits.
Yeah,
and that is historical for me, at least. We talked about this on radio. The greatest places you've taken a shit before. I think this is great. Okay, anyway, so let's take one more call here, Camille, and then we're going to get out of here. Camille Prats, of course, on Twitter. You can follow her, Camille Prats. Find her on her shows. We'll plug it a little bit later again as well. Let's talk to Rash, I think, or Rosh, who's on the phone. Or Cash, I'm sorry. This is Cash, who is 29 in Cebu. Hi, Cash. How are you? You have a question. What's up? Cash, on Skype? Cebu? Did we lose Cash? No. Cash, you there? Can hear you? I think she's gone. She had a question about, being linked with directors and stuff, which we were talking about earlier. Cash? No? Lost her? All right, never mind. Fuck it. Camille, you're starting a soap opera come Friday. What is it called? Who's it with? What's going on?
It's called Tatlong Ina, Isang Anak. And then I'll be working again with Mark Anthony Fernandez. And I'm also going to be with Jenica Garcia and Jackie Rice. It's going to be part of the afternoon prime of GMA. So we'll start, I think, Feb 11.
Your last soap was with Mark Anthony Fernandez. Really successful, by the way. Wasn't it supposed to be like the biggest soap ever in the history of soap operas? I mean, it was really huge.
No naman. Actually, I think with GMA, it was one of the longest shows that ran at that time. We were on for like 9 months. They just kept on extending it. And I think we were very lucky that the story was doing really well. And then we had great actors on the show. We had Tita Gloria Romero. Gabby Eigenman did very well there. And also the others that I've worked with. So we were very lucky about the whole, the story and everything, how everything fell through. And then after that, last year I did Luna Blanca. It's a teleserye, but parang every, I think 6 weeks or so, lumalaki, parang nag-evolve yung story. So they started out as like kids that evolved to teens to women. So ganun tumakbo yung kwento.
Now, I just want to ask about Mark Anthony because he's a very unique dude, and you were with him in the last soap. You're going to be with him this Friday in this new one. He's a good actor, but like when he's not acting, when he's just Mark, very unique person. Odd, eccentric, even to a point. Is he like that, or is that just me with that assessment?
Yeah, you can say that, but he's basically a nice guy, and he's
nice.
Not
no, he's nice. But
he's not so
very
easy. He's not so hard to work with. He's okay most of the time. It's just that he has his own thing. He has his own kind of thing. Meron din siyang ibang gusto. I think he likes Discovery Channel. He likes National Geographic. He likes to talk about those things na, alam mo ba na ang mga layon kapag ganito sila. Ganon. Alam mo ba na sa solar system natin, ganito ang Mars. Ganon. So parang, I try to like, kahit papano be, get into the conversation, diba? Parang, talaga, so paano yun kapag yung Mars umikot sa ganito, ganyan?
You're very polite.
Yeah, because, I work with him, so I have to get on his good side, diba? So if that's his thing, then wala. So, but
he is. Like, I play basketball with him on occasion, or at least when I'm there, and he is. He's really nice, but really just different. I guess, I mean, I don't know if people look at it in a negative way. I think it's endearing and stuff like that. But he's just not your typical loud celebrity. He really is kind of in a world of his own.
He's very humble. He's very He's a very nice guy. He's one of the he's one of those actors na very easy to work with.
We got to get him on the show. Hey, listen, I'm going to check if I still have his number. If I don't have his number, I'm going to get it for him. I'm pretty sure I do because we are pals and stuff like that. And he listens to the morning show and all that. But again, very unique dude. And I would love to have him here on the show.
Yeah, you should. You should. He's going to love that.
Yeah, all right. So let's take one more call because this person also has been on hold for a long time. I'm sorry, I didn't even see this one. Cash, you're on the show. Cash, I think, or was it Rosh? Jesus, hold on one second. This is Rosh. Sorry, Rosh, you're on the program. What's going on, Rosh? How can we help you?
Hi guys.
Yes, Rosh, you're 20 in Santa Mesa.
Hi Camille. So, hindi po ako kasi masyadong sure what to ask you guys. Kasi my boyfriend just broke up with me last Saturday. Tapos,
speak up a little bit, Rosh. Your boyfriend broke up with you last Saturday. Tapos?
Ang dami niya po binibigay na dahilan na ang pinakadahilan niya ayaw niya raw nung ugali ko. Tapos parang 5 years na kasi kami. Tapos 3 years na raw siya nagtitiis dun sa ugali kong gano'n na honestly, hindi ko alam talaga kung ano yung tinutukoy niya na ugali. Tapos nung last Saturday parang nag-realize ko everything na sinasabi niya. Tapos sinusubukan ko ayusin pero ayaw niya na talaga. Hindi ko alam, parang nangyari na to dati maraming beses. Tapos pinapatawad niya naman. Tapos hindi ko sure kasi parang ayaw ko rin naman parang tanggapin pa na ayaw niya na talaga. Tapos birthday niya kasi sa Saturday, so hindi ko alam kung i-greet ko ba siya or Gift ko ba yung gift ko sa kanya.
Rosh, you can greet him. Did you buy a gift na?
Naka-reserve na po.
Yeah, wag mo na binilhin.
Wag mo na ibigay yung gift.
Oh, no, don't worry about the gift. Sayang lang yung pera, no? Just, listen, he broke up with you. He gave the reasons why, and that's it. You know why I'm telling you to move on and this is no chance? Is because you're 20 and you got together when you were 15. This stuff is, again, I say it all the time, he's supposed to break up with you or you're supposed to break up with him. You're not supposed to end up together forever, and this is just it. I mean, 5 years, mid-teens, this relationship should have ended 3 years ago when he said that he didn't like your ugali because it's supposed to. So don't overthink about it in terms of ano ba kulang sa akin, ano ba kailangan dapat natin gawin, or may problema ba ako sa ugali. You know, you guys just have run the course, as they say.
Yeah.
Your relationship did everything it could have done, and it's finished. He's now looking for even the smallest reason to break up with you because ang tagal na kayo mag boyfriend girlfriend. So if he says ang sama ng ugali mo, tinitiis ko lang, that's just him looking for a reason to end this thing that's gone on way too long. And you're like, okay, because you seem nice, you sound fine, you don't sound like a bitch. Don't believe him so much about the reason. Just believe in fact, though, that this relationship should have ended, and be thankful it's over. Because next thing you know, what's going to happen? You're 20 years old, you've been together since you were 15, you take the next step, you get married, you have kids, and then you're really going to fucking hate him at 25, and then you're going to be hating each other, and you have fucking 3 kids. It's going to be a nightmare.
You're going to say na, I wasted my ganito, sinayang ko lang. Yeah.
You're 20, this is a good thing.
Na parang sinasabi na kasi mayroon akong issue sa childhood friend niya na parang sumulpot lang out of the blue after mamatay yung lola niya. Tapos since then, lagi na sa kanya tumatakbo. Parang kasi yun nung kami pa parang ang gusto ko daw sa girl parang i-respect yung boundaries as yung boundaries.
Yeah, Rush, listen, baby, listen, but it's done already. Yes, I understand why the guy, you feel weird that this new girl is coming in, but the reason why there's a new girl coming in and all this, because he's done with the relationship. He's been done. These are all just kind of things that happen when you're not interested in someone anymore. Then you start going out with other people. You start looking
whom you think is like more interesting.
Correct. And the bright side
new
is
friends,
you learn a lot
school.
about yourself. You learn a lot about the guy that you want to be with. And a lot of people move on to go to healthy relationships after this.
Right. And you're going to use this for your next breakup because your next relationship, you're going to break up too. So that's great. So
wag naman mo.
No,
don't jump into another relationship right away.
Yeah.
Kasi 5 years
but you have
din
to also
yun
know the next relationship, you're going to break up with him too. I want you to break up with at least 2 more boyfriends before you call us back about getting married.
Yeah.
All right?
Okay.
You got to have a couple of breakups underneath your belt before you really start settling down, Raj.
But your
Don't think about
question
this girl.
kung i-greet mo ba siya sa birthday niya, wag na.
I agree, wag na.
Wag na.
Yeah, or just send him a text, whatever.
No, not even. Don't text. I mean,
Para saan pa?
Para saan pa? Alam niya na alam mo na birthday niya. Pero bakit mo pa siya kailangang batian for what? He's just gonna say thank you. Wala naman kayong pag-uusapan na after din that. So, why bother?
Rosh, nag-sex na ba kayo?
Ha?
Nag-sex na kayo?
Opo.
Yeah. See, it's just that's why she's holding on a little bit. That's why she's holding on a bit.
Yeah.
All right.
It's okay.
Listen, it's okay. That's fine. That's good. Now, go out again, have a couple more relationships, have sex with them too, and then settle down. You're going to be fine, Rosh. This is supposed to end anyway, all right? All right. Welcome to freedom.
Can I just greet my friends? Nakikinig po kasi sila.
Sige, go.
Friends, hi. Ayan, greeting
Basta don't pass the
hi,
phone.
bebes. I love you guys. Thank you.
Ayan. Opo. Okay. Sex na po
All right,
kami.
Rosh.
Okay, thank
You'll
you.
be fine.
Bye. Yeah. All right. Later. Bye-bye. Nag-doggy style po nga kami. I love it. You know the people, they're uncomfortable about talking the realities of sex. Oh, so, have you had sex with this guy? Yeah, yes.
Hindi, yung opo niya parang may pagsisisi. Yung
I know, there's
parang nanghinayang siya. Na-feel bad siya.
I can't, kasi pinapressure ako eh. Tapos, pinapasubo pa sa akin. Dan, you're 22. You're on line 4. You're caller of the night. Dan, listen, buddy. Camille came to the she came to the conclusion that you were going to be our caller of the night during the commercial break, and well deserved, though unfortunate the situation why you won caller of the night. At least you called the program, and for that we thank you. Dan, hello.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, you sound. Would you be a little happier if we told you you're caller of the night?
Well, yeah, I am. Kind of ironic, but yeah, I'm happy.
No,
cheer up,
small victories.
Yeah,
Small victories, buddy.
Yes.
Every day you look for that small thing that kind of the small victories that all of a sudden you win big at the end.
Yes.
All right, it's like it's on the road to championship. You got to win these regular season games. Then you get into the playoffs. Then you get into the championship, and boom! All of a sudden it's good times. All right, and it's a long season. All right, so congratulations, you've won the caller of the night. And again, you of course you were the guy that had the girlfriend pass away a few weeks ago. Yeah. Thanks for calling and sharing your story, and I hope we helped out a little bit. All right.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
All right. We're going to give you Good Times with Mo podcast. Huge gift pack. All right, Dan. Thanks for the call. All right. Camille, we appreciate you being here. As always,
also,
you're very smart.
It's a pleasure being here. I really had a lot of fun.
Yes,
thanks, Mo.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks,
we want to
Dr.
thank
Ken.
Chief Shop also, by the way, for some of the prizes that they threw
Nice
in
meeting you.
today. And Camille, follow her on Twitter. She's on at Camille Prats. Check her out on her talk show, as well as her upcoming soap. And she's going to pretend she's interested in lions and the solar system on that show.
Yeah, I'm going to have so much fun, but yes.
Yes. All right. We also want to thank Nice Day Coffee as well for being part of our program, and all our upcoming sponsors that we're going to be launching next week, being February. Please go ahead and watch out for that. Download the podcast. Tell your friends about it. We appreciate it very much. And all the people who called internationally, of course, locally as well. Maraming salamat. All right, Cams, I'll keep seeing you around.
Yeah,
hey, have me on your talk
definitely.
show. I can do it like remotely. It'll be kind of weird, It'll be kind of unique.
We can do that. Sige, we'll give you a call.
Let me be on one of your shows.
We'll call you. We'll give you a call. We can do that.
Not
I
acting,
think.
though.
No,
All right. And then if
we'll
you
guess
date
you on
someone,
Mars.
okay? Listen, if you date someone, tell me, and I'm going to tell you what I think of him. You DM Mo.
I will
This guy-
DM you. Okay.
This guy
Like, Mo, what
plays
do you think
for
of this guy?
Rain and Shine or whatever.
And then you Wikipedia him or something, or do some research.
I'm going to do a thorough background on these athletes. And
Okay,
I'm going to let
good.
you know which ones are bad.
Why athletes? We'll try somebody else. Nice one, Dr. Ken. Doktor, para smart.
Yung mga macho talaga. Yung talaga nakakatakot.
Ayoko ng
Wow, look at
macho.
that body.
Hindi ko type yung macho. Gusto ko brainy.
All right. Mark Anthony. Brady. Hey, ano yung lion? Sorry. All right. Thanks, Kaz. We'll see you again, love.
All right. Bye.
All right. Have a good night. Bye, everyone. See you tomorrow with Grace Lee.
Good Times with Mo, the podcast, was executively produced by Mohan Gumata, engineered by Miguel Alfindo, and operated by Icon Media Inc. Special thanks to Magic 89.9. You can follow Mo on Twitter at www.twitter.com/DJ Mo Twister. Email him at goodtimeswithmopodcast@rocketmail.com.